Hey, it's the beer video. It's that week again. Off to a great start. Helen, how's it going?
Good. Well, pretty good, I guess. I kind of shirked off like doing half the things I wanted to do today in favor of sleeping in and, cooking mostly. So, yay for hermit.
I'm not gonna be sleeping in for a while because this dog, man, she's up. She sleep, but I'll tell you what though, I give her credit. She didn't get up this morning. We went to bed late last night. I took her out around 3 in the morning, so I'm already fucking up her schedule. Put her in the crate around 3. She got up around, I don't know, a little bit before 10. Like, that's not bad. If you let me sleep till 10, that's good. And I tried to go and get a nap after that, and it just didn't work. So that's okay. We just got to get through. I'll say this. She is markedly improved from last week when she was just a biting dummy and didn't listen to anything. She has learned a lot of stuff this week. It's crazy how much stuff she's learned this week. So am I still stressed? Yes, but not as badly. So I um you went first last week. I can't believe we're getting to the beer this quickly. We got to the beer so quickly last week. We're gonna do it so quickly again this week. Because I also have to say what an idiot I am. That is not really a surprise. So I saw this beer a couple weeks ago, and whenever you told me you were gonna, you thought you might top the Genesee thing, I thought this might be the beer that you were thinking about because I thought it was made by a different brewery than it actually is. Because I saw it from far away, and I thought it was Guinness. It's not. The beer is called Metal Legion, and I thought it was Guinness, and I was like, Guinness making a Metal Legion beer? Fuck you. This would be shit. No, it's Ommegang. The Guild Wars 2 thing, if you kind of see this part of it and you see it far away, can you see how maybe I thought that was Guinness?
I see, yeah. So Guild Wars 2, that's some like video game for children, right?
Right. Yeah, it's like a free video game. It's sort of like what's that one all the kids like that I played for 1 week and realized I was too old. You know, you know the game.
Like
Oh man, I can't remember what it's called.
Overwatch, maybe.
No, oh my God, I can see the logo, but I can't read it. What?
I don't know. All I play is Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age, so I have no input here.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, it's like a free game that people can play on like Steam and shit like that. So, yeah, I guess it's the new game. And so this is made in conjunction with Guild Wars 2, Metal Legion Lager, Midnight Lager with spices. What kind of spices? I don't know, just spices.
Okay. Well, I like a dark lager, so I'm looking forward to this actually.
Yeah. They have just for some reason blasting beats down here. It's blast beats, but okay. Um, So this is 6% alcohol by volume, midnight lager with orange peel and coriander. So I mean, it sounds pleasant, and I actually like a lot of Ommegang stuff. So I'm kind of okay with this. It's not as stupid as I thought it was when I thought it was Guinness. But anyway, when the feline warriors known as the Char come home from the battle, they reach for a cold Metal Legion lager. Do they now?
Oh, oh, you're a kitty. Meow.
Yeah, I want this beer. It's a Belgian take on an old world style dark lager brewed with our Belgian lager yeast. Metal Legion Lager has a rich aroma and a full flavor, oh my God, mouthfeel with subtle notes of roasted Belgian chocolate. How many times can we say Belgian in the same sentence? The beer's fermented cold to provide easy drinking. Okay, who cares? Um, I'm drinking out of a Bowser glass that I had kind of forgotten about. He's been kind of sitting in the back of the beer shelf, my beer glass shelf. So let's give him a go. And ooh, it looks nice and dark. Oh, that's a nice color. I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's in the glass. So there we go. It actually kind of looks like a porter a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I didn't want to say a stout because it's a little fizzy to be a stout. Nice head. Nice head. Um, Speaking of nice head, or the attempt at head. Lauren Boebert. Let's talk about her later. That
Oh,
fucking dummy. Let's give
okay.
my boyfriend a hand job at Beetlejuice the musical. You absolute idiot.
Okay, I'm trying to think of things I can say about this that will not get us like chopped up by the YouTube censors. I guess it just made me think of that scene in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Frank is with the cousin of some of the main characters, and
Yeah. Um.
you're just mad. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Where she's
um,
giving him a hand job under the table, and he's like, "You're just mashing it at this point."
right,
What was her
exactly.
name? Oh God.
I was trying to be a little coy about that, Brian, but thank you for,
It's
very,
fun. I always, when I post this video, I always mark it's not for children because it's beer.
oh, yes. Um, Honestly, I kind of, okay, not to like do the gotta hand it to him like about ISIS joke, but like I kind of respect this a bit more than like the weird like teacher's pet nerds like Josh Hawley and shit. Like at least Lauren Boebert's unapologetically trashy.
Yeah.
Like
If
you
she if she wasn't one of these people that talked about protecting the children all the time from like drag queens and all this stuff, I would be a little less. I actually, if she wasn't one of those people, I'd be like, I don't really give a shit. Who cares? I mean, were there
yeah,
kids? Yeah, but it was dark.
values asshole, I'd be full on like, no, she was being annoying to theater staff, but like,
Yeah.
in terms of like just getting a little frisky in public, normally I'd be like, well, whatever, like I don't really want to see that shit, but like, yeah, good for her, whatever. Just like I appreciate she's exactly my age is what I learned from all the news coverage about this, which is a little depressing. I can appreciate a little middle-aged woman cutting loose. Like good for her, question mark.
I'm constantly appalled that I'm the same age as Alex Jones.
Are you? Well, you've aged better, but the bar is the bar is buried in the dirt.
Yeah. Let me take one more sip of this because I forgot what I said. It's really tasty. It's a very dis. This is the thing about dark lagers. It's the same thing with like black IPAs that throws me. Is that when you see something this color,
Right.
you expect it to taste a certain way, and whenever you taste it and it tastes like a darker, richer lager. Like it doesn't taste specifically like a lager. It just throws me psychologically. That said, it's really tasty. It's really toasty. Is the first thing. Like I'm really not getting much of the orange peel, to be honest with you. I gotta go to the doctor. I feel like every time I drink a beer on this video, I'm like, this doesn't taste anything like the can says. Um, yeah, but I'll try to see if there was IBUs on here. There's not. The bitterness is mild, which is fine. I'll be honest, I cannot tell you that I know what coriander tastes like.
So it's cilantro seeds, basically.
Oh,
Sorry for my movement here. I'm trying to plug in my phone. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Sorry. How do I open PDF?
with Word.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Whatever.
But I don't get much of the orange peel. That's like the only thing I guess I'm really not getting as much of the orange peel, which is fine. So like it doesn't taste very citrusy to me. Um, but they say easy drinking. It is like it's a very I think that's the misleading thing about like seeing a dark beer and having it go down really easily like a lager. It's just it fucks me up. But in a good way. I like I said, I like the darkness, I like the richness of the flavor. Um this would be really good with like some chili. I feel like having a bowl of chili after this. And then sitting outside in front of a campfire and listening to Panopticon or Walchflüster. Um, by the way, the
Yeah,
new Walchflüster EP has a fucking great cover of Panopticon's The Pit. Anyway, yeah, I really like this. This is like probably coming out at a good time, not just because of this Guild Wars 2 thing that I'll never play, But this is a good it just is a good fall beer for me. It gets a little darker earlier. It's crisp outside. This would be a good beer to go with that. And it's 6%. Even like if you drink this whole thing, I mean, it's not gonna knock you on your ass. You should be able to drink a couple of them and have a good time. My dog's downstairs just going wild. I have no idea what's going on. She's playing, I hope, but man, all the barking.
Okay, well, I guess maybe we should do a shirt check.
Sure, yeah, shit. You go first.
Okay. Mother's found a signal we need to check out. That signal looks like a warning. Got a Wayland Utani Corporation shirt.
Oh shit.
Alien, perhaps best known as the company from the line, the company, what about our lives, you son of a bitch? So,
Yeah.
we live in hell, so I feel like it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Dawn Raid shirt, RIP.
Dawn Raid, yeah. Here we go. Dawn Raid. Yeah. The bottom shirt says Battle Hymns for the Class War, which Dawn Raid bowed out of this week. And from how it sounds, it just sounds like they feel like they've done everything that they can do. And no, doesn't sound like there's drama or any nefarious story. Just leaves us with one fewer band fighting the good fight. And they were really if anybody out there has never heard Dawn Raid before, DAWNRAY apostrophe D, very melodic black metal with a violin and heavy presence of that violin. It's just
Yeah,
just
yeah, they
it's just
didn't
as
have,
as anything.
you can joke about black metal not having bass, but I think like um you would expect that to sound very thin, but they had like a really full sound for a band that was like three people,
Yeah,
or four people maybe counting the singer. I don't know.
I think
Um,
it's three,
I,
but
I've seen them. I should know this, but yeah, terrific band. Like I feel like I guess I'm going to be a little bit of a bitch here. I think a lot of left-wing black metal bands maybe try to lean a little too hard on like the fact they're not chuds and don't really bother making good music, but they had like a pretty unique sound and consistently good songwriting. So
oh yeah. I think they're a band that if you don't care about politics and you just want to listen to music, that's a band you could listen to just because their music is so fucking. I I don't see how you couldn't be fired up after listening to them. Usually after I'm done with them, I'm like, all right, let's take torches and burn down whatever. Uh,
yeah, they reminded me, I think, a bit, not musically necessarily, but like in terms of like how it made me feel of Ashen Spire. Like I've always said, I think the best black metal really evokes a specific feeling of like place. And like Dawn Raid makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm a factory worker in like Lowell, Massachusetts, and like I'm about to like take my girls and go on strike.
yeah. Yeah, and they're also one of those bands too that I feel like, well, really, I mean, yeah, they were on Prosthetic. I mean, Prosthetic put some of their stuff out. I mean, it's not like Prosthetic is Sony Music, but they were a band that they didn't go to like I don't even want to mention this band. They're from Pittsburgh and their singer did something shitty. Um the band Anti-Flag, like they did that whole thing and then they signed with RCA and it was like, what the fuck? Like you're going to work for a corporation now? And
I remember their excuse at the time was like, okay, we gotta get the message out, like, and I understand the musical landscape was maybe a little bit different in the early 2000s when they did that, but like also, someone pointed out that like they had gotten like a pretty like decent offer from like it was Fat Records, I believe. And whatever you think of No Effects, like as far as I know, that in terms of like in like big indie labels, that was one where it's like, yeah, they're distributed by Sony or whatever, but they maintain like a pretty solid degree of independence. They pay their artists fairly. Like you can argue about the quality of the artists on the label. I don't like really any of the bands on there, but like
It's just not my thing. I mean,
In terms of like how they treat them, I've never heard anything bad. People can correct me if they want. I have not really been like super active in the punk scene for quite a while, so
yeah,
maybe that I don't, but like yeah, like that to me, that always struck me as strange because there's like it's not like there's like a lack of like bigger, well distributed indie labels in the, like I was able to find like Epitaph and Fat Record stuff like in local record stores in like backwoods ass Maine when I was growing up.
yeah,
Like, if you want to like get a message out to people, like you could do something besides signing with a major label. But of course, now we all know that guy's a fucking sex pest.
oh my
Jesus.
God, yeah, yeah,
I don't want to say like, obviously I didn't know. I just kind of assumed the guy was probably kind of annoying and like, you know, just kind of had a bad vibe. But like, you
yeah,
can't really accuse someone of specific behavior off vibes. But like whenever a guy gets a little too ham about promoting feminism, I start like wondering like what's his fucking deal, like what's he got to hide?
yeah.
Like I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I could just take guys at their word about that stuff. But like
Well, I mean, it turns out he had stuff to hide, so it wasn't sorry, but a big stack of my records just fell. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. I never got like super into Anti-Flag. I liked them a bit when I was a teenager, didn't really bother listening past that. But yeah, like I know a lot of people where that band meant a lot. So like that is a bummer for them. And like I don't like I'm not gonna be like like sucker, because like I was a really big Swans fan until like
Yeah.
all that shit about Michael Gira came out. Like I mean, I wasn't exactly shocked the guys owned up to some pretty bad behavior, but like
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
sort of, well, not, that's not the same thing. It's not, they didn't do what I'm about to say. These guys did not do the things that Michael Cera did. So I'm not trying to equate it, but like, I wanted to go see Bloody Incantation last night, but they were opening for Behemoth, and I'm like, I'm not giving Behemoth my money. Like, I really want to see Bloody Incantation, but not worth it to me. Like, I'm not giving him my money.
As far as I can tell, the worst thing that Behemoth has done has been like what's his name is extremely cringe online,
Yeah.
which I don't necessarily know that that's boycott worthy, but also like their music isn't really good enough to justify looking past that.
Yeah.
Like, and it sucks because like after like Jude got out of like cancer treatment, it seemed for like a hot few months that like okay, he's gonna like go full yoga dad and be like, wholesome lifestyle influencer. And like I was like, cool, like tell me about like the green drink you're drinking or whatever. But now he decided like he's the fucking Joker and he's gonna like rant about cancel culture like every other like weird 40 something.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just,
this is like you had a brush with death and this is what you do. Like,
yeah.
man, just keep making mediocre black and death metal. Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be like in your roller room because like there's a few Behemoth songs I really like, but like, like
Yeah.
uh I feel like whenever I feel the need to defend Behemoth, I feel like it's a Hammerfall kind of situation where it's like I can think of five good songs spread across like 4 or 5 albums, and okay, I guess that's not really worth like rushing to the barricades to defend.
Yeah. Helen, you have a beer. I just realized we've been talking about metal for like 12 minutes. You should drink a beer.
Birds. Oh yeah, I got this one just to mess with you actually.
Oh my fucking God.
There's no description besides lager with flavors. It's 4% alcohol. It's made by Oliphant, who's made some good beers I've liked quite a bit. But yeah, nothing besides pickle beer. Like
Message me that brewery so I can send them a dick in the mail. Oh well, I mean, so I can tag them in the video. Also, after you're done with the beer, I'm going to go back to the punk rock thing for a second, based on a record I bought.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try
Leave
to
it in
pour.
the pile that just fell.
Got my role-playing game NPC mug,
Oh,
which I believe I've told you I'm playing Baldur's Gate quite a bit.
yeah. How do you like it?
I'm having such a great time. I'm getting used to the turn-based fighting because like that's a new thing for me, but um yeah, no, I love it. My tiefling druid is having a great time. I don't want to jinx it, so let's see. How's it smell? It smells like pickle, Brian. I like this. You'd hate it so much. It's very heavy on the dill.
Yeah. I
Um,
hate it. I hate it from right here.
yeah, this tastes like just eating a pickle.
Oh God, Jesus, why? Oh,
I know you hate pickles so much.
oh
I
my
need
God.
your wall of Funko Pops. It's this shot across the bow, motherfucker. No, this is great. Like it's not too briny. Like I don't get like a some like very tart beers, they get like instant tummy upset.
Yeah.
But this is nice. I feel like lager was a good choice here. Like it's a because lager is so smooth and mild, and like having the pickle flavors, like the tart pickle flavors in such a smooth and mild beer kind of like balances it out pretty good.
I feel like
Yeah, this
I feel like I'm reliving vomit, but go ahead.
yeah, no, it's kind of like the tartness takes the back bench. It's mostly very heavy dill flavor. I'm a big fan of dill. I like Eastern European cooking a lot. I don't know. I feel like I would want to drink this while eating some pierogies.
Okay. Yeah.
You. Oh man.
It's like PTSD. I remember the sip. I remember exactly how it felt going down my throat. I know what
You're
I know what I just said. Um,
you are such a coward. I okay,
a
so I
coward. It's the worst taste in the world to me, and I still drank it.
okay, so do you generally just don't you don't like pickled things at all, or is
No,
it just
fuck
like
no.
so
Zero
it's a pickle hatred, not just like,
across
pickle
the board. Across the board.
and
I see no redeeming values. Do you know? Have I said? I may have said this during the pickle when I had the pickle beer. If I'm going to a place where I'm getting like a sandwich and I know that they provide a pickle,
yeah, you told me you lie about having an allergy.
I
God.
lie and I tell them I'm allergic and please don't give me a pickle or I will break out or I'll throw something. I'm like, I don't want the pickle on the
Eh,
plate. I don't want any resemblance of the pickle in the sandwich. No pickle, no ever, nothing. No,
not do that. Like, look, just say you don't want a pickle.
I don't.
I'm
Listen, when
I
you
used to
say you don't
so
want a pickle, I still end up getting the pickle 50% of the time. So I have to go to the extreme. I have to. That's the only way I can guarantee not getting a pickle. Yes. Or put the pickle away from the sandwich. Wrap it in something separate. Fucking put the pickle here and the sandwich here. I want them nowhere near each other. I don't. Oh, let's knock this up. I'm getting animated. I don't like.
yeah, mention that because it's like when I was cooking for a living, if someone just didn't like a thing, yeah, it's easy enough to separate it out. But like if someone's like legit allergic to a thing, like you have to just kind of slam the brakes on your whole like cooking flow, disinfect everything, do a bunch of bullshit. So like I would,
To
it
me,
is
this is not that. To me, this is just them not going into the pickle jar and putting a fucking pickle next to the sandwich. That's all they're doing. They don't have to change the way they're making the sandwich. They don't have to change a goddamn thing. They just don't give me a pickle. That's it.
See, that's what you think, but
How could it not be?
well, because like if you're legit allergic to something like I don't know, well, pickles, I guess, is your thing, but I just know like how I used to deal with wheat allergies. It's like, okay, there can't be a grain of flour anywhere here. So I have to like, oh no. Oh, shut up. Sorry, it's warm. My phone has low battery.
Oh no. I had to
It
check.
made the saddest little sound too, like brr.
She just will just lose you at some point. I'll do like the last 10 minutes myself. I'll just do a monologue about pickles. Actually, I just think I just did one.
Yeah, you really did.
So we were just talking about punk rock, and like I was never a punk rock fan ever. I never was. I don't really. I'm nothing against it. Like I'm not.
I'm listening. I just have to plug my phone charger in.
Okay,
2 seconds.
go ahead.
Keep talking.
I'll set the
I'm
stage, and when you get back, I'll do the reveal. But can you hear me? I don't know. Anyway, this is where I should just hit pause, but I'm not going to because I think it's funnier that I sit here and talk. And I hope that this is actually the thumbnail that YouTube offers me. They give me like 3 thumbnail options. I hope it's this one. It's not gonna be.
so I don't know if you there was like a live Converge album.
Is it the Jane Doe one?
Oh, no, it's really early. It was recorded when they were all like 16.
Oh, okay.
But I just remember like there's a scene where they have to pause because like one of the guitarists needs to tinker with his rig a bit, I think. But like Jacob Bannon's like, okay, just put your whole head on pause right now. So I've said that a fair few times, like for example, to jiu-jitsu sparring partners when we have to move out of the way of like some other people on the mat, like okay, I know we're mid-fight, put your whole head on pause right now.
Yeah. Um, it's funny because on the Jane Doe live album, which they did at Roadburn, obviously the last song they're getting ready to go into Jane Doe, and Jacob Bannon goes, "What song could be last?" It just made me laugh because it's obvious what song it was. But so I'm not really into punk, but I had a period of time where somebody I was dating was super into it, and I got into this one record, and it came up like a live video of them playing a song on Conan or something like that came up, and I was like, "Fuck, I forgot how much I actually really like this record." So I went out and bought it. What is it? That's right, it's Alkaline Trio's "Good Morning." I love this record. It's so good. I still love it. I was like, hopefully I still like this as much as I did. I love it. It's so good. It's the only punk rock record that I have. Sorry. I know I could have picked a better one, but I like it. Everybody goes silent. Did you hear the new tune mold yet? It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
I love that they are now incorporating some of the Dream Unending stuff into it. But I'm excited about it. It's very good. I spent $90 buying the EP that they just finally issued on vinyl on a shirt. I got very excited on Friday over Tomb Mold. So you're welcome, Dave.
Yeah, I like having, I know the bar is low, but I like hearing like audible good bass on a death metal record. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I actually was maybe I should send that to I have a guy at jujitsu who's very into tech death, and I'm like, well, that's not normally my thing, but like I don't know, like he's extremely into like Archspire and shit. So like I'm like, there's some wanky bass playing on this Tomb Mold album. Maybe he'd dig that.
Yeah. I mean, and they're fucking good players. It's not like, I mean, it's not like knuckle dragging death metal. So, there's probably something for him to like in it. And if
I
not,
went off to like I ran into a friend at the video game bar earlier, and boy, I went off on a whole tear about how I hate knuckle dragging death metal.
yeah.
I mean, I don't actually. I like it when it's done well, but like I feel like certain bands that used to be memes and now for some fucking reason are well liked just kind of taught a whole generation of youths you can just fucking half-ass your way to fame. So like I hear these fucking hyped up internet bands that write these like minute and a half long songlets that like sound like they were farted out in about half an hour.
Probably
And
not.
I'm like, why? Oh yeah, and then they have 20 different shirt designs,
I, who could you be
based off
talking
like a
about?
fucking like wet fart of a creative output. And I'm like, really, in a time when there's an embarrassment of riches as far as death metal goes, like a bunch of bands doing like seriously inventive, fun stuff with the genre, you just like the fucking band that gets like big record deals and hype and shit is just like this embarrassing, like juvenile garbage that like, sounds like someone it's the musical equivalent of someone kind of jerking off when they're half awake, like just like you can barely put together like any kind of horny fantasy before like you just kind of
Yep,
just it's fucking embarrassing.
I know
And
exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not mentioning the name of this band because like their fans are the death metal equivalent of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it's just like they fucking descend like blocks of heartbeats on anyone saying like maybe this band sucks a little bit, and just like, hey, why do you hate fun? Like I just
It's not
hate
fun.
low effort shit. Like it's
Yep.
like, oh,
I'm
why?
I'm
Why
pretty
is this?
I'm pretty happy that their new record doesn't really seem to have gained much traction.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
It's
Fucking like they fucking blow. It's awful. And let's like just let's not even get into how fucking weird it is that their singer has an old incel side project. Like I can't get these kids trying to convince me that that shit's not weird. Like, come on.
yeah. By the way, if you've made it this far in the video, who do you think Helen's talking about? I'm curious. Leave it in the comments. And if you're right, you won't win anything. Except our love. And by
Don't go
the
on the
way,
social media and yell at me. I had enough of that.
if anybody yells at Helen, I'll kill you. Um, we're gonna go because this video is really long. I just realized it now. But it's okay because we talked about a metal for a long time and beer for a little bit, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you're in a theater and Lauren Boebert touches your cock, just tell her to leave.
No, go for it. Why not? Seize the day.